to the Mss Francois Show. What's the Mss Francois Show about? Candid conversation, a variety of entertainment, and I use humor to help you with your dysfunctional relationship. So today we're having a special edition because I don't just interview any and anyone. You have to impress me, you have to intrigue me, and you have to look kind of good. So
Mm.
today we have Miss Sylvia High. She is the founder and CEO of Aiming High Inc. She's an author and master coach and a training and development strategist with nearly over 30 years of experience. She is widely known as the impact speaker, but to impress you, guess what? She been on the Oprah, the what it is, the Oprah The Life You Want tour, and on Bishop TD Jakes MEGAFest. Who cares about the rest of them? We already have the two best people in the world, so who else cares, right? So yes, that's who I have on my show. Welcome, Miss Sylvia. Hi.
Hi, my love. Thank you for having me. Your energy is contagious. Thank you for inviting me on the best show in the entire world, as you said in your intro. I
Well,
concur.
just so you know, I'm recording that. I'm playing that on Instagram and every social media. The best show. Miss Sylvia High said it here first. So with that said, I like to go into my questions. One simple question I want to ask you is every time I look at your Instagram, social media, even if I look on your website, there's always color. There's pink. You like to do the red lipstick. What is it with the color and Miss Sylvia High?
Oh, wow. That is so interesting. That was not always the case. For decades, Black was the sophisticated look, New York, and it always took off those extra LBs rather pounds, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll be quite frank, my husband likes bright colors, and it was kind of a little tug of war for a while. He goes, honey, will you just? And then I started, and now I love them. I love them. They bring life and energy and passion and all of that stuff. So sometimes you just got to be open. But I knew because I knew all about fashion. So who are you to tell me? So again, being open is how I got to these bright colors.
So I think Sylvia trying to tell me something on my black end, but
I
that's all
think
right.
it's good. I still like black. Don't get me wrong now. I like my little black dress and my outfits for sure.
No, you look amazing.
Thank
And
you.
one of the main things I want to cover throughout this entire interview is that you're the curator, look, I ain't got time for these big fancy words. Anyway, I can't even spell it anyway. So you
Curator,
have,
curator.
oh, but she trying to show me up. I could just
No,
press
I'm
delete.
not. I'm not. Somebody else taught me. Curator, creator,
Are we on the
founder.
Sylvia High show or we on the Miss Francois show?
Okay, let me dial it down. You're gonna have to work with the sister because I can run it. I love to talk. I love people, and your energy is your fault.
So she does this one of a kind conference called I Am Woman. And that's something I definitely want to dig in a little because the first question is what is I Am Woman? And what, I guess, the synopsis of I Am Woman and why is it called I Am Woman?
Okay, very good question. The synopsis of it is that I use the word conference, but it is not a conference, Miss Francois. It is way more. It's really a life-changing event, right? So that's the first thing. How it came about is, I do a lot of speaking. I go to a lot of conferences. I love people. I mean, I am most alive and vibrant when I'm connecting with people, right? However, I would leave the conferences excited. And then a week or two later, guess what? I'd be doing what I always do. So I talked to God like I'm talking to you. I was like, well, God, I want something that's going to really kick me in the butt, that's going to last, so that when I'm in that meeting and I'm intimidated, I show up powerful. When I want to lay in the bed, when I should get up, I get up. I need something like that. He says, stop complaining and go do it yourself. Uh-oh, watch what you start, watch your mouth. So anyways, I've had years of working with thousands of clients in the world of transformation through Momentum Education and Aiming High, my company. We do transformational trainings, and we use something called a letter of accomplishment, and it's really like a commitment to your vision. So I took that format that deals with the whole woman, and instead of it being a written document that you're coached on via one-on-one coaching, and turn it into a live event. So I Am Woman is a premier conference that deals with the whole woman, that actually has you stop and imagine getting off of your life, the roller coaster of life, for 2 days and being with you about you. Asking some of the most provocative questions that a woman in this case could ask herself, that will reveal some of the biggest and most hidden gems and obstacles that never would have been seen minus being asked the provocative questions. And then we get to work on how to strategize.
So for instance, right, you mentioned you went to all these conferences, right? And then you go back doing the same thing over and over. A lot of these conferences motivate you to do certain things. And Zig Ziglar, who I love, said motivation does not last. And basically it's just like bathing, you need more of it. So I understand that you basically say you have more of a structure. So are they leaving with tools or certain things that they could keep doing
Exactly.
to?
Thank you for asking that question. I like Ziglar. I believe habits get you, and motivation gets you started. Habits will get you there, right? And so we need some clear pathways, but the pathway is only a part of it. The tools I use in particular are called distinctions. Most people go, well, what's the big deal? When we can distinguish ourselves in real time as life is occurring, you can actually make choices in alignment with what you want. I'm in a meeting, for example. I have a lot to say, but let's say the president or the CEO of the company is there. I find myself intimidated. My work will have you distinguish yourself right in that moment. Ooh, I'm intimidated. How come? I think that I'm not enough, or he's better than because he's the boss. Then you'll go, oh, no, let me remind myself I'm more than enough. And then boom, you speak up. That's what distinctions do. Ooh, I'm afraid. Well, why are you afraid? But it happens in real time. Life only occurs in real time when the event is happening. Most of us have afterthoughts. Next time, I'm going to speak up. Next time, I'm going to get up and go for the walk. Next time. No, 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 no. That perpetuates the same old, same old. Transformation is an action learned game. So we give you the clarity that you won't get with just feeling good. Clarity about what's working. How about that? We don't do enough of that, celebrating ourselves. Honest objection without beating yourself up of what's not working. Honest objective view, I should say, of what's not working. And then, okay, now that we got this clarity, now what?
So like you talk about, we get to pause for 2 days, right? And ask ourselves some serious questions. With that, is the conference has to do with a certain age limit? Because maybe women, because I'm thinking if women are 18, maybe they haven't been through anything that much, or how does that work?
Well, it's very intergenerational, I'm happy to say. So we have 18 to 80 plus, right? Now, my average age runs into the stars that are probably the majority, I would say, of the women that are there are ranging from the age of early 30s to late 40s, early 50s. That's the range of the majority.
Sounds like a bunch of single women, but no problem.
You got a little bit of both, actually.
So one of the things, right? You seem to encourage women or people in general to dream. So a lot of times we're dreaming, we keep working, we're moving forward. Is there any time we should pause and maybe give up or pivot?
Yeah, I think that's a very, very powerful question there.
Right, thank you. I said it first. Yeah.
You did, and it's a really powerful one. Here's the thing: pausing is critical. We get started in life and we just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. Intentional pauses. That's why things like I Am Woman is critical. It's a time to pause, to reflect. Yeah. So like my car, it will only take premium. My car knows it's a luxury car, and you better not try to put any of that other fuel in there. You got to put the premium in there. So we got
to sure enough now, but all right, go ahead. Now we know what kind of car she drives.
Yeah, so that's just think about it. So your dreams, you got to ask yourself, what kind of fuel, i.e. beliefs, do I have in play Because if they are not high quality, high octane, whatever makes gas great, those beliefs aren't matching that vision, you won't get there. It's not going to
Oh,
happen.
so once we have
And
the right beliefs in place, then things will start moving along.
it'll
Like
move
the
through.
luxury car that you drive that I don't have yet.
Mhm.
Okay, got you. I'm gonna.
Did I get a little like a little dig there? Did I feel a little like shade coming at me? That was just an example. I meant nothing by it, okay? But we got to really own that piece. It is huge. But you know what the good news is? We have a choice about it.
Mm,
That's the good news. In your infinite design, in your divine design, in my divine design, we're infinite. We're unlimited. There's nothing that we can't do. Not like hokey woo-woo. We're unstoppable. We're our stops. It always looks like it's outside.
right.
There are challenges outside of us. Let's keep that real. Playing field isn't always even. We
But
all,
sometimes when you meet some of these challenges, it makes you pause, but pause in a negative way that you just want to give up. And
yeah.
then you do the mundane, you go to work, you complain about work, then
Let's
you go
talk
home.
about that. You know why? This is why. When we have the challenges, instead of pausing and reflecting again on the vision and what you want, guess where all the energy goes? On the pause, the thing that caused the challenge, the thing that caused the stumble, the
So
no.
you're saying don't pause on the challenge that's in front of you. You're pausing and what? Making sure your beliefs are focused on the vision or the goal that you have.
That's correct.
I
So
could teach.
here's
I can
if
teach this class now.
yes,
Okay.
yes, you could. Listen, the question is when the stumble happens,
Mm-hmm.
the obstacle, okay, discouraging or whatever, have your emotions. So this isn't pretend class. Like I'm not upset, I'm not discouraged, I'm not now worried or uncertain. Own whatever, get clear about what you are feeling, right? Then you want to look at, okay, what was the actual stop? Okay, great. What caused the stop?
Okay.
Great. Now, what do I need to do? Who do I need to be different than I've been? That's key. And then what do I need to do? 3 questions I'm going to give you, and this will be worth every second that you have spent with me thus far.
Okay.
Most times, my first book is called The Little Book of Big Questions, A Journey in Self-Discovery. I'm a big believer that the quality of your questions gives you the same quality answers. Low yielding questions get you low yielding answers. High quality questions will get you high yielding answers. What's wrong with me is a is a low yielding, but what's not working, what is working, what can I do differently? Those are what you call committed action questions. What's
So
working?
what's
What's
working?
working? Or what has worked? What's not working or what hasn't worked? And then what can I do differently? That's what you call committed action questions. Why? It's going to reveal information. Those questions will reveal information to you. And it makes a powerful request of you to be different and take a different action.
So let me ask this, right? Because a lot of times, fine, we're working on ourselves. We're going to conferences like I Am Woman, and a lot of people, like I said, it's going. The women like the 30s and the 40s tend to be single. Maybe they have one kid or they come out of a relationship or a marriage, whatever the case might be. What is some good advice to give these women after they've been through certain things like that, and then they work on themselves, they're independent, they're holding everything down, but they still not finding that partner to add to their life?
I can only say what I did. I don't know that there's no one formula to that. And I'm a little bit different in that way. I've never felt like I needed a partner, a man, a husband to be whole and magnificent and for my life to be full and rich. I just never did. Now that I have that, oh my gosh, I didn't know what I didn't know. But I think the reason I feel that way is because of the quality of the relationship I have. It's healthy, it's joyful, it's fun, it's edifying. We lift each other up. Uh, there's a movie I saw years ago. It's got one of the best lines in it and one of the worst lines in it. And it's a movie called Jerry Maguire. And you have to look it up. It's Tom Cruise and Renee Zellweger.
You complete me.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Worst line ever. Don't ever buy that. Nobody completes me. Nobody. Even now, married to my husband, his job will never be to make me happy. Never. My job is to bring a happy, full woman to the marriage. Got it? Really, a great line is that you had me at hello. People miss the power of that.
So
I had my husband. I had my husband before hello. Okay. Who I was being spoke so loud, he couldn't help but come across the room to say hello.
Wow, mic drop.
Yeah, who we're being. Become the partner you want. A lot of people want this, that, but are you that?
But you mentioned like how you have me at hello, right? And you had said that he proposed, I think it was 90 days in.
Yes. But
and some people
3 months, 3.5 to 4 months. And what you got to get, I am not a person. That was very unusual for me to even consider that to be, but
right, because someone might say that's crazy, that doesn't make any sense. And what would you say to someone is saying, okay, I won't do that. Like a lot of people say, I need at least 2 years. Some people say I need at least 5 years to get to know this person. I need to live with them this period of time.
I say you got to go with what's right for you. I'm 23 years in. So I think really, if I had to step back, and I don't want to act like what I have is perfect, but I am saying that it's rich, it's healthy, it's the real deal, it's not fake TikTok. Look at a picture. What's behind the picture is more important than the picture. What's in the picture is more important than the picture, right? So what can I say about that? How would I say? I think that it's got to be built on something, right? And I think you can know very quickly, or you could know it may take more time. It just depends. I think, so I'll give you this example. My husband, when he was a guy that I was dating early on, right? And so he gets his mani pedicures on a regular basis. So I hadn't had mine, and we were on a date, one of those day dates. And he said, hey, you want to go with me to my nail shop? I said, fine. So we go to the nail shop, and they did my nails in 15, 20 minutes. I'm done. All of my cuticles are hurting. I'm like, what did these people do to me? And they're still rubbing his feet and rubbing his hands. Now his feet are much bigger than mine, but it's way too long. It's way too long. So we walk out of the shop, and I say, this is a crazy story, but just hear me out. I said, honey, your nail person really wants you to be with her daughter. He goes, you're nuts. What make you think that? I go, I'm telling you, I could just tell the energy. Fast forward, he goes back for his next appointment. I'm not with him. And they asked her, why you marry her? Why are you marrying her? And he said, because she doesn't need me and I don't need her. I was mad. I want him to say, because she's beautiful and she's sexy and I can't live without her. I want all of this like romantic stuff. But I've come to appreciate that. What he meant was two whole people, not two perfect people, but two whole people came together and created a powerful partnership. And ours is more than a partnership, because some people have partnerships and don't have a relationship. It's a relationship, partnership, marriage, like that, right? Nobody can complete you. So I believe in my case that my energy was very high. I was probably as whole and as happier than I had ever been in my life. So I was elevating at a certain level. and I was putting out and illuminating goodness, wholeness. Nothing about me was desperate, and that's what I attracted back.
Okay, now she talking to me. All right. It's okay. Thank you. Now
You're
that I'm
welcome.
depressed. Apparently I'm not being and I'm not whole yet. So I guess I'll be
No,
getting married at 50.
I think it's a journey. And one of the things, I have a sister that's single. I said, don't go out on dates looking for a mate. Go have some fun. Go as your authentic whole self and see what happens. Now, I'm not going to engage with someone on a monogamous relationship where it's undefined for too long. I'm not proposing that. But I think everybody goes on that first date looking for their mate, and that
Yeah,
energy is
because
constricting.
I think men go out to have some fun, however that fun might look like. But women, as soon as we meet him, we're like, oh, the baby eye's gonna be kind of cute. Oh, my child gonna be tall. I wonder what house, how it gonna look. That's what we do. It and we can't even help ourselves, you
I
know. So
had to
that's
manage myself. Let's keep it all the way real. I hadn't been on this kind of date that I went on with my husband in 15 years, where he picked me up in his car clean, he's shaving, prepared for the date, music on, sunroof back, moon in the sky, stars, like the whole, like out of a movie, but it was real. And I'm sitting there at sushi, was our first date, thinking, oh my God, I could marry this guy. I go, calm down. You're a
right.
starved BAFRA child that hasn't been on any date. That's probably inappropriate what I just said. But you're a starved child, right? Slow your roll. I did a lot of self-talk in real time because I
Right,
was
that's what I'm thinking. That's a whole conversation. I might forget that I'm on a date and be like, girl, behave yourself. But I could see like 4 kids and well, maybe we should move to a warmer climate because it's kind of cool. I don't know if he likes like it's so much because I think, and I just have the whole story already, and that's a lot of women. And sometimes it could be the second date. We already married.
I know.
I had a
I
time when I
know.
had a conversation and I already picked the color, my wedding dress. I already planned the wedding. I'm not even joking. I already said, okay, I'm gonna go to the courthouse. Like that's how intense I am.
Yeah.
Hence, I ain't got no ring. So
Reel it in. You
obviously,
just got to reel it in when it's happening and get present and stay in the moment.
yes.
And I had to do it. I'm not kidding you. You think I'm joking? I mean, the first date, I'm thinking that with those things that you said. I go, calm down and get present and enjoy the date. And then he would, say something else that I thought was so amazing. And then I'm back to it again. Calm down. You just haven't been on a date in 900
Correct.
years.
Yes.
Get present. And that's what I did. I have to tell this though, to your point, we were very early on in dating. So now we're dating, right? And we went to Starbucks on a Sunday after church. And a Godiva chocolate had, the beautiful gold box. And they had the most beautiful yellow and apple green and white ribbon tied around their boxes. That was their spring presentation. Now, I've never told this story publicly. Wow, I can't believe it. So we went on a date. He left, went on about his business. I went back to Starbucks with a pair of scissors and snipped just a little piece of that ribbon off of one of those Godiva boxes and
Right.
put it in a folder and go, those are my wedding colors.
So I'm glad to see that Sylvia High is also crazy.
Oh, yeah,
Good to
she
know.
did
And
that.
she stole from Starbucks. I
I
just saying that.
thought.
So she's a
But it
thief.
was they barely could miss it. I was very strategic not to mess up their display.
So you're a good thief. That's all I heard. But
Is there such a thing? I'm an honest thief, right? Like I'm a considerate thief.
but
But
that now I realize why I didn't tell this story before.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
you waited
probably won't
23
tell it
years
again, but
later.
maybe don't put this on the thing. But that's true story. But I still kept staying grounded and staying in the moment and bringing my best self forward. And I do think you have to become, I don't know that it's a have to, but it's important to be who you're looking for.
Be who you're looking for. And one thing with being present is just you, is that partly you talking to yourself to stay present? Because that's
Absolutely. Absolutely.
okay. Because that's something I do
Absolutely.
have a hard time with being in the moment. I'm always thinking of the next or tomorrow and how that's gonna look. So just have conversations with myself.
Absolutely.
until
And
at present.
my history, all jokes aside, was a pretty tough history. So for me to open my heart, I wore like a badge. I'm 40 at the time, 40 years old, and I've never had a heartbreak. And that was a proud thing for me. While I'd never had a heartbreak, guess what? I'd never given my whole heart away. And
Right.
I had a history that said that that was a smart decision. My mother divorced my father from infidelities. My aunt divorced my uncle from infidelities. My grandmother at 69 years old told my grandfather he had to go for infidelities. And all of my girlfriends' fathers, just about every one of them, cheated on their moms. And we all knew this. It was like common behavior to like, ugh, like that, right? So what I made up in my mind at about 13 when my mother divorced my father, nobody, nobody, no one is going to ever do to me what he did to her. So I was friendly. I was outgoing. I love men.
But you wasn't always
Oh, there was
fully
a
percent
wall there.
right.
There was a wall there. And it wasn't until I did some work and that movie cracked me open that love was worth it. I went to see a movie called Stella Got Her Groove Back. That's how Sylvia got her groove.
So we have learned a lot. There's some movies, Jerry Maguire, we gotta see. We gotta go watch how Stella got her groove back. We know Sylvia drives a really nice car. We know she in California, and obviously her surroundings is really nice. So all these things that we just learned is, I think it comes back to being present, enjoying the moment, not thinking too much, but remember to talk to yourself to get back in line. Just be focused, people. Like, has the conversation, and you know what will help if we go to I Am Woman conference. So take a minute and just tell us when the conference is, what they need to do, and you got 1 minute.
All
Let's
right,
see,
I could do
one
that in
minute.
10 seconds. Okay, I Am Woman Conference, Atlanta, Georgia, Marriott Marquis. This year is I Am Woman 2023 Believe. It is a game changer. The brilliant minds that'll be in the room are more than I could describe. You can register and still take advantage of our early bird special at IamWomanConference.com. IamWomanConference.com. It is one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself. Come, bring your girlfriends. It's a powerful girlfriend weekend with a purpose. Every woman deserves it. Can't
Awesome.
wait to
Good
see you
job. That
then.
was within a minute. Woo.
Mhm.
So with that said, I'm so amazing. I'm gonna put everything at the bottom and all the links and stuff because that's what Miss France would do. Okay, thank you so much, Sylvia High.
Oh, it's been an honor.
As for myself, I'm Miss Francois. That's MSS for multi-talented and super sexy. You can catch me on all social media and definitely check out my website, www.mssfrancois.com. Thank you guys. See you on the next
Oh.
special.